Hello my beautiful people, how the hell are you? Welcome back to the channel. If you like what I do here, consider clicking that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss anything. So, Love Alarm. I had my eye on this show for a few months before I actually watched it, but I didn't watch it on Netflix when I had the chance because Netflix automatically set the dialogue to the show's English dub. And I can't watch live action Asian programs with an English dub. Just the sight of the movement of the characters' mouths not matching the English dialogue really distracts me.
You're one of Lou's men, the one they say can kick like a mule.
Well, if you know who I am, then that's the best to come out.
Watch out. You're on our home ground now.
I couldn't give a shit who this area belongs to.
It wasn't until I realised what a dumbass I am and that Netflix has a language settings that I eventually sat down and watched it. So I changed the dialogue to its original Korean version and started watching. And yes, it means I did have to read subtitles. That can become a bit of a headache at times. But Love Alarm is one of those shows that leaves you wanting more after its episode 8 finale. Love Alarm is a Netflix original South Korean romantic drama about an app called Love Alarm. This app can predict if someone loves you. Now you can imagine the kind of uproar an app like this would cause if it were a real thing, and to be completely honest, the show doesn't have a huge focus on what uproar it would cause in the eyes of the public. But it does show what kind of trouble it's causing in the lives of a group of high school kids. So the main character is JoJo, played by So-Hyun. Now I just want to apologise in advance if I mispronounce any of the Korean actors' names. And she's so good as this character, I cared for JoJo a lot, and during some of the very emotional scenes of the show, I cried along with her. So, JoJo downloads this app and immediately falls for this new kid who's just started school. His name is So-Hyun, and he's kind of famous. So he and JoJo have an almost immediate effect on each other. The problem is, So-Hyun's best friend, Ha-young, also likes JoJo. Although for the most part of the series, JoJo is completely unaware of this. One of my favourite aspects of this show was the brother-like friendship between these two guys. While they are both aware that they both like JoJo, but try not to let it get in the way of their friendship, but the show dives deep into this friendship, slowly falling apart over the course of its 8 episodes, and it's heartbreaking to watch. The best character by far is Kim JoJo. She's the most fleshed out character in my opinion. Her parents died when she was young, so she's living with her cousin Gulmi and her aunt. We'll get more into the character of Gulmi in just a second. JoJo juggles around 2 jobs as well as school to help pay her way into college or a place of her own, but life is incredibly difficult for her because of the family she's living with. They aren't very nice to her at all. And through all the tough times this character is going through, seeing her breakdown is heartbreaking. You just feel like reaching into the screen and giving her a hug, telling her everything is going to be alright. But JoJo is such a strong-willed character, she never lets anything knock her down. Kim So-Hyun is fantastic as this character. But JoJo's relationship with So-Hyun is also one of the highlights of the show. Most of the moments they're together are just these really sweet scenes and how they just connect with each other and can relate to each other so much that it's almost perfect on-screen chemistry. Now on to the character of Gulmi. She's what a lot of people would call a complete and utter bitch, with constant abuse she throws at JoJo. When JoJo's parents died, her mother took her in, and so Gulmi feels threatened by JoJo when she starts dating So-Hyun, because of how much she likes him. So you can understand why Gulmi lashes out, although you don't condone any of that kind of behaviour. There's one scene in particular where Gulmi and JoJo get into a fight at school, and it's so heart-wrenching to watch. It feels like you're there, in the moment, watching someone you care about getting attacked. So, other than beautifully fleshed out characters and great direction, another thing I really do like about the show is just how pretty looking the show is, in general. Some of the bright colour palette choices used in this show, especially when someone is using the app, you can see a digital light circle appear around the character to indicate exactly how far away the characters are within a 10-metre radius. But the only negative I really have with this show is it does one of those really annoying time jump thingies, which sometimes can take me completely out of the story and it takes me a while to get back into the gist of the story. But it's done so incredibly well of how well it ties into the final half of the story. And one more negative I have before I get into my conclusion, the first episode in particular is very cheesy. I mean, like teen rom-com cheesy. I mean, weird things just happen, like awkward stare sequences and cheesy lines of dialogue. I mean, So-Hyun even takes JoJo to this weird empty alleyway and asks her if she wants to kiss.
키스할래?
Like, bear in mind, everyone, they barely have exchanged 1 or 2 lines of dialogue with each other at this point, and he's like, "Hey baby, do you want to kiss?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." I mean, I just found it really weird, and yes, the cheesiness is there throughout the whole show, but it's only really the first episode that makes you cringe slightly. I was hoping, like, I'm thinking to myself, is this really going to be what the whole show's like? But luckily it wasn't. Overall, Love Alarm is a very good and engaging show that makes you look forward to Season 2, especially with its cliffhanger, which is bugging me to death. The show dives deep into not just teen romance, but it dives into the effect it could have on certain people, as we even witness one of the kids commit suicide, based on how badly he was treated by the one girl he loved. And yes, that girl was Gourmet. Heart-wrenching stuff. Overall, Love Alarm has creative characters, great pacing, and a really colourful visual, so I'm going to give this show an A-. So thank you very much, guys, if you managed to this point in the video. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content just like this. Remember, you are awesome and young.
키스할래?